you are ready, set, go.
I said I'm with the soul trap. I said I'm with the soul trap. It's a bitch. Hey.
What is going on, you guys?
You are now tuning in with Driving It. You have your host, I, Libby Love.
I'm Selena Dream.
And I'm your boy, too.
All right.
Yes.
Streaming live on our Black Media, baby.
First thing starting off, man. Let's go and get right to it. How y'all feeling today?
Good.
Robin?
Yeah,
Robin?
good. Yep.
The rain came to play.
Yeah.
It came to come today, but it ain't stopping nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, definitely. How you feeling today, bro?
We need to zoom in on that.
I feel groovy.
Sure. I know we got a couple of new viewers in today, so I want to make sure shout out to everyone. Shouts out to the fam, Smith and me family tapping in. Shouts out all the way from Atlanta to Savannah. Yeah. Libby, what's the topic on you?
So today the topic is the dangers of the comfort zone.
Thanks. Anybody want to say a little tip in before we get to the nitty gritty about it?
The
dangers of the comfort.
We give thanks to everybody that's tuning in, that support us, and that mess with us, that rock with us, and rock with us.
I feel like with that, like, regardless of like you can communicate that you want this time and you think about that moment when you really that you want to do, right? It's major or minor.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people still think on certain things that may seem major to them, right? Other people want to like it's still minor, but like it's still good that you're doing it, but you don't want to get stuck while you still in that atmosphere, like you knock something down just to accomplish something, and then now you still trying to figure out what's next, but you're stuck in that same place, and you still not wallowing, but you still like, you know what I'm saying, in that energy or like, you know what I'm saying, I did this, instead of like, I did this, now what's next? So I can go ahead and conquer it again.
Big facts. Shouts out to DJ Richie Rose too. That is DJ Richie Rose in the back. Go ahead and put out that first tip. You all, the dangers of the comfort zone. So today's episode, we plan to get deep into the nitty gritty about comfort. Comfort is something that's pushed on us so much to say like, all right, comfort is where we want to strive to be. This is where we want to go. But not understanding and realizing a lot of times comfort can leave us in a stagnant place, stagnant energy. Everybody that's tuning right now, please make sure you send some likes, send some hearts, send some stars. Shout out to Soul Tribe, traveling, you know what I'm saying? Comment, family, tap in, do all that. Make sure you share this live out because we plan to be going up. So I will go ahead and start this off. As far as the dangers of the comfort zone, before we get to the deep part, the first thing that I want to hit, I do want to speak on what is comfort. So before we get to that deep part, I want to know from everybody's personal point of view, and I'll start it off, what is your personal perspective of what is comfort? And I'll go ahead and start it off. So as far as for comfort for me, I definitely feel like my comfort changes as I grow. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, my first comfort zone, when I look back at it, it's like, dang, that was really I thought that was comfort for me, but that was really like a stepping stool for me to like, look, this is where you need to go ahead and get out of because you've already mastered this place right here. You know, so comfort for me, it really is like it's a growing thing, but it's something that makes you feel secure. Not only secure within the inside, but secure within the outside. So that whether it be your environment, security within yourself. So when you're stepping out to the public places and so forth like that, you already got a sense of comfort within yourself. So you feeling security and moving around. So my personal perspective of what comfort is basically security, comfort. What about you?
Like that.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah,
Like that.
yeah. You really just hit it on the head, like you really just hit on the head, like you said, like I mean, like comfort. The definition of comfort for me is like just like that safe space. It's like a safe space, like where it's like everything is like secure. Like literally, you don't have to worry about anything. Like for me, it's like it's a mental kind of thing. So like just finding that safe space where you can literally just be. It's almost like kind of like that moment where like you like in your own world, and it's like you standing in it and you're there, and it's cozy and it's comfortable. But when people come and it's like when people come into your space as well, they'll find their comfort zone and their comfort space and their comfortability in your energy. Yeah. So it's like it's all a mental thing. Like it's really a mental thing. It's like when you comfortable inside, like here, when you comfortable inside here, it's like people will literally feel it. So it's like that stagnant energy of like you said, it is stagnant. Stagnant, like it's very stagnant. Like even though you're comfortable, that don't mean that you're moving. You know what I'm saying? Like just because you're cozy doesn't mean that you're actually moving or actually, you know what I'm saying, moving anywhere. That doesn't mean you're actually going anywhere. So like comfort is really just like a safe space, where everything is just still. Like everything's just still. Like there's no movement, there's nothing. It's just still. It's cozy. It's just still. You know.
What you mean, brother?
Yeah, that's forever, I say.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would say for me, like, I guess everything is on the inside now. So being comfortable is more so like to me being comfortable, being like the comfort zone, the comfortability that I'm striving for is on the inside. And it's just safety and security inside my body and my skin, my well-being, who I am, my life, just those things. Because there's so much with life. We learn so much and we continue to learn so much about life and the limits and the barriers that we can take it to and what we can take it to, what we can surpass. So now it's like, it's more so about just being comfortable in here. So on the outside, even if it is uncomfortable, if you live in uncomfortable conditions or circumstances, if you're comfortable in here, you secure and safe in here, you have that trust and that well-being that, okay, eventually my comfort zone out here is going to change. Eventually, the uncomfortability of this is going to become comfortable, and it's not going to be the same though. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be better, and it's going to match what's on the inside. But you're going to be comfortable inside to take on that uncomfortability. And going back to just what you were saying about, the dangers of the comfort zone. I feel the dangers of the comfort zone when it comes to, I feel like that part is more so our environment and our outside, and then it plays our mind, because our outside can be so much of this, whether if it's toxic or whatever, or positive, it can be so much of this. Ideally, it's going to trickle in on the inside, and then you're going to think it's just going to be that forever, when it's always more to life, it's always more to life. So, like, okay, I say all that to say, to ask the question of, okay, do y'all feel it's better to be comfortable, to have a comfortable outside world or a comfortable inside world?
Ooh.
Which one do y'all feel is better?
Ooh,
Which one do y'all feel is better?
Hey, that's a deep one. That is a deep one. Everybody can have time on this.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
You too, old man.
So, all right, I'll go ahead and pop it off. Hey, if everybody not following, tune in right now. It's 2Benji, number 2, BNJII. Is it better to be uncomfortable on the inside and comfortable on the outside, or comfortable on the outside? Uncomfortable on the inside, uncomfortable on the outside. So, that was a great question, bro. The first thing I say for sure is I personally feel there definitely needs to have a balance for everything. I don't feel like it can just be one way or the other. Now you could be moving like that if you're not seeking that balance and trying to find that balance between the two. So I won't even box myself into a two-way and just answer one of those. But I will say there needs to be a balance between both of them. You know what I mean? Because even if you're comfortable on the outside, we start to hear a lot more about them stories right now, especially with men. You know, if that was overplaying those providers. Now a lot of times we see, okay, a lot of people do everything in their power to make sure that their outside is going to be perfect, or at least the perfect representation they feel like it should be based off of society standard. You know what I mean? When it gets to that point, you got people they're chasing something that they truly don't want, but they feel like they need in order to thrive in today's time, today's world, or to prove a point to somebody. Now, of course, everybody got different levels of security, different levels of comfort. But I feel like once it gets to that point of when you're neglecting everything you're feeling on the inside just to please external things, at that point, you're not even being the real help that you could be. Because you're not even functioning at the full capacity that you truly can. Why? Because you're self-destroying yourself. Now you got a lot of people that can be celebrating these accomplishments. Yeah, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Not even realizing they are celebrating you destroying yourself. Because once you get to that time when you just look back, like, dang, I really want to enjoy this. You're not going to even be able to enjoy it because all of the strings and pain and so forth like that you put on your body. So it is a major balance. Making sure that comfortability, just as much as it is on the inside, on the outside, just as much as it is on the outside, on the inside. They're playing that game. But that's my personal. That's my personal.
I like that.
Appreciate you.
That was balance. Balance is something that I'm working on right now. Like you said, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not comfortable on the inside, like, you'll really never really be comfortable ever on the outside. If you're not comfortable on the outside, that doesn't mean that you're comfortable on the inside. So I, like, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was like I had to be uncomfortable. I had to be uncomfortable in an uncomfortable position. So, like, it was moments many times where I was uncomfortable, but it was like I had to literally be inside of my body to make it kind of okay. So it was like you said, like, really, like, both are really important. Both are really important. I can't even sit here and just say, oh, if you're happy on the outside and you're comfortable on the outside, then you can keep that and then you can get comfortable later on down the line. But it's like, no, like, what if later on down the line, none of the comfortabilities that you had on the outside are there, you know? So it's like, it's always that what if question, but like you said, like, that balance, you know what I'm saying? And when you balance, I feel like it really starts off with you first. Because if you balance everything that's inside, the world will really, like, show itself how you look on the inside. That makes sense. So, like, if you're happy, like, happy things will happen. Like, I mean, I don't want to just make it sound cliche, but I mean, like, if you're comfortable and cozy inside your skin, cozy things will happen. You'll find, I don't know, you'll go to the store and somebody pay for your order or something like that. You'll be comfortable. You'll always find comfortability outside when you're comfortable on the inside. Like, yesterday, I went to Family Dollar and I was in the store and this old man was like, I'll pay for your order. And I'm like, why would you pay for my order? Like, give me $5. And he's like, oh, no. And I was like, okay. But it was like a moment where it was just like, because I'm comfortable in my skin, it was like he was comfortable enough to want to pay for my order. So it was like, just like that balance. Like, you can't really have one without the other. Like, you know, so. Yeah, like that one without the other, can't have it.
We do got a comment from Alexander Mack. Shouts out to Alexander Mack. Shouts out. You know.
Hey, shout out.
We got, I say, being comfortable on the inside. Being comfortable on the inside, and everything revolves around you.
Yep.
Nah, that's 100.
I agree. It's like,
That's 100.
I was about to break it down with like 3 layers. Cause like, you got spirit, physical, you know what I'm saying, and then you got your but spiritual, physical, and mental. Yeah, like me, my thing is I'm pretty big on mental health. Like, I'm pretty sure most people deal with mental health issues. And that's like, you know what I'm saying, if you're in stable conditions, like, your mental really want to take you far most and everything. Because, like, if you could be comfortable spiritually and physically, but that mental ain't, like, stable.
Yeah.
like anything can go, cause like anything, cause like you're like, I don't say a tick time bomb, but you're just more so like very, yeah, we just gotta look out for that person, because you know what I'm saying, ain't no telling what that person's going through, what trials they're facing right now as we speak. So most people there gotta really check in with not only your mental, but like your spirit side, your physical side, because those three right there are very important when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying, being comfortable.
Yeah.
That's real.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead. Sir.
Right before we get into one of the big dogs going and share their stuff, we're gonna go ahead and tap in with the first commercial artist appreciation. Hey, we went hard on this commercial this time. Please make sure that you shout out each one of these artists, tag them, follow their pages and so forth like that. We will be right back with
Driving it.
Go in my prime. They used to clown on me. They used to talk down on me. I remember they doubted me. Now they proud of me. When I go to my wrist, it costs more than their salary. Taking over these risks. Hustle mentality. All of these hoes front row when they come to my show. I know when they see me they froze. Still cold, I can put it on hold. Being long, got it all on my clothes. 10 toes and I'm making it snow. All this paper on me, no, I won't fold. And no, I won't sell my soul. I cannot waste no time. Big backs like mine. TikTok, we gon' grind.
That's more like it. Yeah. It's two sides to a nigga. It's two sides to a nigga. Yeah. It's two sides to a nigga. Yeah. It's two sides to a nigga. Yeah. Man. Check out the Gemini moon. When you come in my room, you can get ripped up in the sheets.
Let's get it. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Feel like going out of town, out of state, somewhere where I can't be found, out of place. 'Cause lately I can feel the hate, it's in my face, yeah. And I cannot wait, say the human race, yeah.
All right, we is back with
Driving it.
and big shouts out to the three artists that made it to this commercial segment. Major shouts out to Kim Patrick, you know what I'm saying? Please follow her on all social media platforms. KP, you know what I'm saying? Major shouts out to Clay Hodges. Please make sure you follow him on all social media platforms. And last but not least, major shouts out to
Ron, Don, Dollar, baby.
follow all of them is going praise. Now we is back in with the question. If you don't mind asking that question one more time so we can get this next guest in.
Okay. Do you feel it is better to be comfortable on the inside, or have comfortability on the inside, or comfortability on the outside?
Well, I think it is best to have comfortability on the outside, because if you're strong enough to put it on the outside, that means that you can control whatever's happening on the inside. You're all right. Because if you can show somebody on the outside of this facade that you're okay, you're strong. You're pretty strong. Every day we show these things. Every day. People don't know what you're going through because you don't show them. So that shows the strength that you have. So it's best to be comfortable on the outside, because you know how far you can go. You can always get rid of the outside and make yourself comfortable on the inside. You see? But if you're not strong enough to show that for the outside, then you're going to fall apart anyway. So it's best to be strong, comfortable on the outside.
Okay. Maybe shouts out.
Shouts out, big
Shouts out,
Capricorn.
you know what I'm saying? You know, big call. Hey, if there's anybody in the comments, y'all feel like y'all got a response to it, would you feel, do you feel it's best to be more comfortable on the outside or the inside? Please share your thoughts in the comment box. While we was going ahead and getting the comments dropped in the box, we are going to go ahead and hit you with the first segment. And I don't know if y'all are ready for it, but I feel like a lot of people is ready for it, because you got to understand, if you ain't coming to get jiggy, you must.
uncomfortable thoughts, think to yourself, are they yours or are they other people's? Maybe they're not yours. Maybe they're other people's. Maybe we're all connected. Maybe we are all connected. We are all connected. So when you hear uncomfortable thoughts, just think to yourself and stop and always think, are they yours or are they other people's? Just talk with love. And when I say that, I mean, let's just say today your day is going fine and you hear some weird thought about something that has nothing to do with anything that's going on in your world. You look up and you see something that doesn't even align with what's going on. Let's just say, let's specify. So you mean let's just say, right? Okay, you hear an uncomfortable thought, right? So you hear, let's say
you hear the thought of you breaking your leg, and then you look up, and then you see a billboard that says, "Getting a wreck, call 188." You know what I'm saying?
Like for example, like an energy thing. Okay, so like yeah, it's like an energy thing. I don't even know why I made it sound like that. But okay, so it's like an energy thing. So like, okay, let's just say that you have the energy of like somebody's spirit is summoning you, but you don't know why it's happening. You don't know what's happening. So you hear this energy, you hear this uncomfortable energy, and you have a fear. You have that fear of like, okay, I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what's going on. And then you look up and you see that person caught. So when you hear these thoughts, sometimes just think to yourself, most of the time they're not even ours. Like we're all connected. So just stop to just think to yourself, are they yours or are they the other person's? Just talk about it.
Yeah. Thank you. And we are back with this topic, dangers for the comfort zone. So transitioning into the middle of the show, I do want to go ahead and touch on that other topic that we all was speaking about the other day. So as far as correlating on what we was talking about last time, law of attraction, law of focus, so forth with that. If y'all been noticing, each one of these episodes has been we've been speaking on key components, and each one of these components is just as important as the other, whether it be self-mastery, understanding the law of focus, so forth like that. So, like all these different things, all these different components. And that brings me to this question that I want to ask you all. So based in this time frame that we are currently in now, so forth like that, the different things that we know we got going on, what we doing and outside, so forth like that. What are some different things that you all do individually to make sure that your head is up? You know, like to make sure that you are able to tackle the things that you got for the day now. Because a lot of these things that we are doing, that we're speaking about, it ain't easy. You know, a lot of people, you know, like these conversations, stuff like that, be real tough. So like, how do we start making these conversations normal? And I feel like the way to do that is like just sharing, you know, personal things that we do to make sure that we stay in the world of water. So whoever want to pop it off, that's cool, or I can pop it. Whichever one.
Yeah, I talk to myself a lot. I feel like it helps because, especially when we as people, we always sometimes it's like hard to like still our minds. If our mind is just racing, it's hard for us to actually hear who's talking and hear what we need to actually hear, what's important. So many times, like I just talk to myself out loud and I see what actually makes factual sense or just makes like an ideal sense. So like, let's just say like, okay, like I feel fear. I'll speak out loud and I'm like, okay, like, why do I feel fear? Like, what am I afraid of? What is it that's like making me afraid? What is it? Whose energy is it? Who do I think energy is it? What is it? Like, I have to find the source of it. So when I speak out loud and I'm like, okay, well, this correlated with this and this maybe made me feel like this, or whatever the case may be, like, I can see if it makes factual sense or if it just makes my sense. And most of the time, like, it actually most of the time just makes my sense, but it's always good to clarify. So even if you like have those moments like where you just like trying to figure out like just getting your head right, like for me just talking out loud and just seeing what makes actual sense, and then you know you can move forward, like just talking out loud. Like I do that a lot, like even if it doesn't make sense, like just speak out loud and just make it more real for yourself. Like when you speak out loud, it's not so much in your head, it's like brung out to the real world. So if you say something like, I'm a vegan, so if I say something like, oh, I want to eat chicken, that doesn't even make sense. So it's like, do I really want to eat chicken, or did I just say I want to eat chicken? So it's like, so like make like seeing it if it makes factual sense. So like, okay, like, I don't know, like, oh, I need a smaller size, and then you get a smaller size, and then you can't even fit the smaller size, but you know you don't need a smaller size. But it's like seeing if it makes factual sense or if it makes actual sense. So like, you know, like if it's your sense or if it's or if it's real sense. So talking out loud for me. What about y'all?
I say, I ain't gonna lie, I do the same thing. And I'm openly, I don't care how nobody feel about it. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I got me. And that's one thing that you gotta remember when you on this journey. And I feel like that's one personal thing I and definitely had to do to make sure that I can get through these days. Because it was a point in time when I used to make sure everybody on the outside was good before I made sure that I was good. And that put me in a state to where I couldn't fully carry out the things that I was pushing to do for myself. So when I wasn't getting certain things done, certain things accomplished that I knew for a fact should be done and accomplished, I had nobody else to blame but me. You know, that's like it gets to that point when and my brother spoke on this last show, accountability. You know, that accountability plays a major part. And a lot of times it sounds rough, but accountability is really just taking charge for your decision, whether if it's wrong or right. Stand 10 toes on it. And just those little bitty steps, it helps you feel more comfortable and strong and confident in how you step in, because you trust in you, you know, and then I feel like that's the biggest thing that we all need to make sure that we know with each other. Just make sure you know that you trust you. Make sure you know that you trust yourself. And whatever steps, whatever things that you gotta go through in order to make sure that comes to life, do it. Because you gonna be with you all day. When the doors close, it ain't nobody left, it's just you and you. So those are the times you want to make sure that you're taking every step possible that you can, that you're standing on 10 by whatever you are doing, whatever you're saying, not only what you're saying, but just your beliefs, your values. You know, nobody else should overpower yours. Because at the end of the day, we all got our own personal perspective. And if we are, you know, high like beings as such we say we are, we should be able to speak in comfortability and move in comfortability, even knowing that you over here and I'm over here.
Yeah,
that's cool. So that's just my personal one. Just making sure that you trust in yourself, and by me taking the different steps to trust myself, and that's like, all right, look, I said I'm gonna do this earlier, and I did it. You know, just them little agreements as it starts to pile up is just all that energy that comes to you know, and not making no off the world type of agreements and things to agree to, like things you know is realistic.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm gonna do 20 push-ups. You know, that may sound small, but as soon as you do it,
you want to push to do 10.
You
might want to do 20. You might want to do 100. You know,
so start off small and build.
Thanks.
That's me though.
Thanks.
I agree with
Hey.
What?
I haven't went yet. All right. You can. All right. Excuse me too, bro. But I had to do that. All right. For me, I meditate, talk to myself. I breathe, especially breathe. I sit still and I breathe. Like I actively breathe. I can breathe and just stop everything. Like that's my thing. I'm big on stopping things in its tracks, whether it's myself, my mind. I catch myself. If I could be thinking, I have moments where I could be thinking and my mind can be racing and I'm moving at the same time. That's too much going on. Why am I doing it right now? And I stop. It could be something that I have potential to do. But those three things, especially as of late, the breathing, sitting there and breathing, just breathing. Breathing is important. That's how we stay alive. Sitting there and breathing. Like no cap. Sit there and breathe. Talk to yourself, holler at yourself, really ask yourself what's going on, what's up. Talk out loud. Don't more so just keep it in and think. That's how you let your mind become a slave of the mind and let your mind kill you. That's how you let your mind win.
Because you live in there.
Our minds work for ourselves. Our minds are our superpower. Our minds is something that was a gift to us. We're supposed to use it. Don't let it use us. Utilize it. So that's me. And to eat, like even if talking to yourself seems a little odd or crazy, one, get to the point of where you don't care about what others think or what society thinks. Get to the point of where you don't care what nobody outside of you thinks about you. And then two, breathe. Breathe. Like, so for me, it's of late, breathing. And I'm gonna pass it to DJ Rich Rose.
Yeah, I agree with everything y'all just said because you know what I'm saying. Because talking to yourself is one major thing. Because like only person that you can really talk to when certain things that you can't really go to other people. That's like I'll probably say like something not even deep in, but something that's just very deep that you gotta go and with yourself to like get to the point where you want to be like your higher self. That's when like you know what I'm saying. You talk to yourself and figure out what is it that you truly want to do because your higher self is right there talking to you as you're meditating, visualizing, breathing, doing whatever. It's like you're talking to yourself, but in a different realm. And when people, you know what I'm saying, get this, the sense of like you talking to yourself, they're saying like, how you talk to yourself? So like you're talking to someone else while you're, you know what I'm saying, or you just by yourself in one room just talking out loud. Like no, it's just like not only I'm meditating, but I'm visualizing me and myself or different parts of myself talking. We all in a table, you know what I'm saying, meeting and just basically going off of not only our past lifetimes or just things that we, you know what I'm saying, situations that we want to fix up or things that we don't thought about or just come across like realizations about certain things that other people don't even think about, like that can really just click if you just be alone with yourself and talk to yourself and do those things because like those really help.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, shouts out to Rose. You need a little applause on that one.
Thanks.
Yeah, bro. I like that. Like y'all sitting at a table speaking, communing. That's hard.
Yeah,
hard.
like
Now, before we go a bit deeper into it, we are going to hit you all with the second commercial break. Big shouts out to all the businesses that made this second go round. Please make sure you stay tuned in with
Robin.
what is going on. We are now back with Robin. And those first two businesses that you just seen, the first one was
Chef. Shouts out Chef Alexander Mack. Chef Alexander, he's a vegan chef. We met him at an event probably like 2 months ago. And he was vending. And from our knowledge and us just being around him and knowing him thus far, Chef, one, is a great individual. He's a great human being. Two, he's a light worker. He's a humanitarian, and what he does is he creates prep meals, vegan prep meals. He creates diets. He creates basically a lifestyle plan that can help you direct and put your life in alignment with your health, because health is wealth. So he makes a lot of herbal foods, a lot of herbal bread. He makes a lot of substitutes, real authentic organic substitutes of meat. So it's easier for you to transition from being someone who eats meat and, you know, going from eating meat to not eating meat. So, you know, it's not the ideal being a vegan and just, you know, you just eat eat plants.
all day.
He like, nah, it's plant based, but it's not just plants though. It's not just that. So like he's a dope individual, and he's big on helping people heal. That's his whole thing, is healing. With his ingredients, they're healing ingredients, they're natural medicinal herbs, it's natural raw fruit, vegetables, everything is natural and organic. So it's things that can nourish the body and replenish the body and fix the body and heal the body. But it's all while mixing the medicine with the food.
And it also tastes good. Tastes real
Thanks.
good.
Bro, he grade A1. He not no scrub. He not no scrub with his crowd.
We have a vegan fish sandwich that tastes like a fish sandwich, dog.
For real.
Yeah. Major shouts out to Chef AM Diversity. Please make sure you follow him on all social media platforms. Book the man. We're going up. The next one that we got is Purima Essence. Major shouts out. She creates affirmation jewelry for women, all types, all shapes, all sizes. She has a website. You can book it. You can book whatever you want. She also has glasses, spiritual pieces as well. So major shouts out to AM Diversity, Purima Essence. Please make sure that y'all go tap in on those businesses. Now we are back at it with
Robin.
And I believe it is a segment. You gotta hit these people with. What is going on? This is your boy 2 Benji. That's number 2 BENJIIR. Artists, creatives, whatever you do, grab a pen, grab a notepad, grab something that you can write and type with, because this is something that you need. This one is all out to my recording artists, no matter if you rap, singing, poetry. This right here, I'm going to tell you all how to properly register a single. So this is something that I wish I knew in my coming up stages. I used to just go ahead and get the song, get a beat off YouTube, go to the studio, record it, and just drop it without no caring worry. Now, as I've been growing and getting into different things so far back, that I've realized that is not the right way to do it. And it's okay, because now we're gonna learn, teach how to do it. So this is a 5-step process. Major shouts out to Patchwork Studios. They put out some screenshots, so forth like that, of just telling the community, people, like how to really get your stuff registered and not having to charge expensive consultations and so forth like that, to let you all know this type of stuff. So the first thing that you will do after you record your body of work, now whether if you got your own beat or you're getting it off somewhere else, hey, do what you got to do. But after you got that, you record that body of work and it's now pushed together as a product. The next thing that you want to do is make sure that you obtain your ISRC and UPC codes. What are these codes, Rob? Okay, so basically every single song that is registered ISRC, it has a code that gets registered to the satellite. So every time you hear some people music getting played in the club, radio, so forth like that, and there's this thing called royalties. Royalties is basically streaming. This is what you get paid from on a quarterly, monthly basis, so forth like that. This satellite catches every time the music and so forth like that is being streamed. But there is a way that you cannot even be getting a lot of your bag. Now this is a gem. I'm gonna drop a gem on y'all, because this one I realized I was missing out on so much money on my songs. And I'm like, bro, I'm only getting like $15, $16 from this many plays. What's going on? So whatever the distributor that you're signed up with, you got to understand they take percentages of your money before it even gets to you if you don't have your own codes. Now, as you're registering your songs, there's always going to be small tabs that saying, do you have your own code for this? Do you have a code for that? If so, type it in right here. Once you type it in, that's now yours. Now it's not going through 7 other distributors, then getting to you for you to only get 1% of a penny. You know what I'm saying? It's going straight to you. So that first thing you'll do, you go Google, what's so forth like that, type in ISRC codes. It literally only costs $5 a code. Yeah, this is stuff the labels be doing and not telling you. It costs $5 a code. You go to that website, you obtain that. The next thing that you'll do is you'll register your ISRC and UPC codes with whatever distribution platform or so forth like that you got. Now, there is information on this a little bit more in depth if you don't know what to do before that, I advise you to go ahead and search up. You got Spotify, so forth like that has different guides and books like that. It just give you that full rundown, so you ain't got to just go off a couple of words. The third thing that you do is you're going to be registering your songs with EDS. So like I said, all these websites is open to you. It's public and it's free. Some of them are free. Some of them you do got to pay for it. Once you get that money on the back end, it ain't going to even really matter. The fourth thing that you're going to do is register your song with MediaBase. MediaBase. If you do not know what MediaBase is right now, go search it up. Go get right on it. I'm not going to give you the definition. Get right with MediaBase and Sound Exchange. Next thing you will do is set up an account with Sound Exchange. If you have not heard about what Sound Exchange is, please go do the research and get a Sound Exchange account ASAP, because this is how you're going to be able to collect all the royalties from all your streaming. These different websites and these different platforms are going to get you right off the gate. Last thing that you'll do is your copyright registration. So however you want to take your route and going with that, you want to go and get that thing fully registered. Now, once all them steps are complete, you got everything registered, you can go ahead and go crazy on the promo of this song. Now, every single time it's getting played, it's getting spun, it's getting picked in the show, however you want to do that stuff, you're getting all your royalties from it. And it's not getting split up and took and so forth from it. So that's wrapping up right there is the 5-step process. Major shots out to Patchwork Studio once again. This is the artist tip of the day, and this is your boy 2 Benji.
He's out here. Hey, that was dope, bro. Thank you for the information. Thank you.
Like this book right here, he has up.
Yes.
Y'all gotta get that book.
Hey, major shots out to Derek Brown, King Sight. King Sight was the one who gifted me this book. This is a book, actually, me and the team, we got a book club that we gonna be reading pages and pages together to understand. And I suggest everybody to go and get it. It's titled All You Need to Know About the Music Business. Get it now, because the music business changes over time. And these books, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it can become invalid after a certain amount of time. So go ahead and get that now, you all. That wraps up my artist tip today.
Right, that was great. Okay, all right. Okay.
Back on the top shit.
Yeah.
Back on the topic. Back on the topic. Dangerous comfort zone.
Okay. Right now, what's something that y'all can say that's comfortable and uncomfortable in your lives? What's something that y'all can say that y'all are comfortable with right now in your life, and something that's uncomfortable right now?
I say, well, first starting off, shouts out to Stu Shrink. See y'all soon at the showcase. April 9th, Soul Tribe Spirit Bomb Hippie Festival, 4 to 10 p.m. Please make sure that you tap in. It's going to be a movie. No lies, it's going to be a movie. Everybody pipe up. It's the field day for grown-ups. If you're not active, come. We getting it right.
Come and
You
have
want
fun.
everybody and their mama to come. Everybody.
Seriously, bring your folks.
Come.
Like it's one of those for sure.
Yeah, for real. It's gonna be great vibes. And everybody who showcased on the show so far is gonna be participating. All those artists are gonna be performing. Those vendors are gonna be there. Chef is gonna be there as a vendor. So we have a lot in store. We really, you know what I'm saying? We letting go of the outcome, but we want the outcome to be beyond and what we can even fathom. For real. We want to be present, and we want to receive our present.
Come with no expectation.
Seriously.
Huh?
Yeah, no expectation.
No expectation.
Just come fun.
Leave your
And
expectations
if you are
at
artists
the
who want to get your music spun, please hit up DJ Richie Rose.
I do bundle deals.
Deals and all that, Rose. If you want to tap in your email, please let them know.
I have an issue with my main email. So if you want to hit me, please DM me at DJ Richie Rose on Instagram. If not, my backup email is authoryoung1400@gmail.com. So yeah, like I said, my main email is having an issue receiving music. So hit my backup email or just DM me on Instagram.
Repeat the email again.
At authoryoung1400@gmail.com.
authoryoung1400@gmail.com.
Yeah,
and Instagram
right, let me spell it out
is DJ Richie Rose.
Let me spell it out because I know most people do not know how to spell author. It's ARTHUR, not Arthur.
You didn't have to insult. I didn't know how to spell it. Okay.
It's all good. Well, yeah, music spin, so forth like that. Make sure you get right. Back to the question though. What is something that's uncomfortable and comfortable in your lives right now? So I'll go ahead and start it off. I say something that's uncomfortable for me at this current moment is my whole situation involving being in a new city, a new area. So if you all don't know, that's tuning live, whether you're in Tokyo, Japan. Currently, we are in Savannah, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? The Pope, shouts out to the Pope. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm down here in Savannah. I'm attending school. This is the last year I'm attending it, and I'm graduating this year as well. So I'm down here in Savannah for that reason. Not only that, but my school was going to make it to where I needed to come be here in person in order to graduate my last class. And that's a whole nother story. Like, shouts out to Savannah State, no bad blood, shouts out to State. But just putting that there, me being down here in a whole new area by myself, even though I got my love individuals around me, friends and so forth like that I met, you know, like they got my best interest at heart, it's still me. You know what I mean? And me being in a new area, having to adjust to new people, the new relationships, the relationships they may have with certain people that I'm not even aware of at all, and all these different things that I'm just walking into, not really being aware of, a lot of times it can put you in a position where it's like, sometimes you don't know if you want to be around certain people all the time. Sometimes you don't know if you want to, like, dang, am I going to stop myself from going here because this person might have a problem with them? And it's just too many problems, too many things that pop up in your head that ain't got nothing to do with you. And that's something that I have been actively having to work on, because I'm a person, I'm cool, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at certain doors, I'm good at certain things. I'm not that type of person that's trying to just like only be cool with one side or whatever. Not saying I'm playing both sides, but I'm a cool neutral person. I tend to not get in stuff. But being in a new city by yourself though, people placing all that stuff on you, it's like, yo, come on, you know. But I rock with home team. And that's just me, you know, like I stand on morals and principles. And I feel like that's something we all should go by. So that's something that's uncomfortable with me now. Like that's stuff where it's like I'm over here thinking for other people who I care about, and it's like I'm forgetting to think about me. You know what I mean? I got to go through that. Something comfortable though, I got people around me who ride for me. I got people around me who's doing things for me that they do not have to do, but they're doing it and allowing me to be able to be in certain things like this. You know, so I'm grateful and appreciative every second of the day. You know what I mean? So it's that balance, you know, just as much uncomfortable there is comfortable.
Authentic,
Bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. You want to know?
Yeah. Really what Benji said, that's like neutralization, that's important. Like neutralization is definitely important. And you know what I'm saying? Even when you're neutral, like you have to find a neutral space inside of you as well. And I think it also goes back to that mirror. Like for me, I've been finding that space. I'm like, because I'm such like I'm a very just free spirit. I'm a free spirit. So it's like, it's easy for me to be reflections to people. And I don't like that feeling. So like I have been like put in like many moments of just like having to be mirrors to people. And it looks different because I'm the mirror, I'm not actually them. So it's like just, you know, me finding my comfortableness in accepting that. Like I'm a free spirit. So I mean I came back in this lifetime as a free spirit. So it's kinda like I'm kinda like bound to be a mirror, I guess. So I mean, like I'm bound to just be a mirror to people because I'm like a free spirit, so I'm naturally just absorbing of everyone. So I guess like finding my comfortability, I'm comfortable inside myself, but I've been trying to find that comfortability in that uncomfortable space of being a mirror, like just being like a spiritual mirror to people. Like it's finding my identity throughout all of that and staying in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like being a mirror to people, like it's a lot. It's a lot. It's very heavy. So it's like for me, it's just like being comfortable in my skin and just always being present in my identity. And it goes back to me just talking to myself. So it's like, you know, like the comfortableness to be in the mirror, that's what I'm just like juggling with. Like, I'm just a mirror to everybody. So it's like finding my comfortableness and just like being inside my body and just standing in my identity. That's the most comfortable part that I have, like, for me in my life. Like, just standing in my identity. But like uncomfortability, the mirror part. But I'm working on that. And I'll let y'all know like 2 weeks from now. Yeah. Seriously.
That sounds
Yeah.
great.
That sounds
Great. More like it.
Seriously.
More like
Yeah.
Real,
Yeah.
getting real too.
Yeah.
And ironically, you already know who we on. You feel me? Because I don't know if y'all's ready, but we ready.
Okay. Yo, what's happening for the wisdom of the day today? The topic is how to deal with negative energy, and how do you deal with negative energy? How do you deal with negative energy from your family, your peers, your friends, the people that you love, and with yourself? Like just negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like negative energy, it's always gonna be negative energy, just like it's always gonna be positive energy. It's all about how we respond to it. We accept it, we receive it, we transmute it, and just how we deal with it, how we dish it back out to the universe. So, you know, I'm big on positivity. I've been big on positivity for a long time. For a while now. And through it all lately, I've been learning a lot about how powerful truth is. Truth, just truth. And being straightforward and just being straightforward, being honest and being truthful with yourself and being truthful with the world. And how I handle negative energy, because I feel this is something that everybody experiences, especially when you're on this journey of just finding yourself, getting in tune with yourself, getting in tune with your spirit, your soul, your essence, and spirituality, you know, and just God, and just anything else. And negative energy is always this world, this system that we live in is built off of negative energy. Negativity is everywhere. It's on TV, it's in the streets, it's in corporate America, it's in everything you can think of as negativity. So how do you deal with it? Me personally, I deal with it with truth and being positive, having a positive attitude, with facing it with truth, transmuting that energy with truth. And by that, I mean by
give like a real life example.
A real life example would be okay. One time I shot a video. I shot a video for this song I recorded called Tied In. And where I shot the video at, I shot it in my old neighborhood. I shot it in my old neighborhood where I'm from. Shouts out Chester Street, 1400 block, Long Live Flip. Love you forever. What's that? Forever. And I shot it there. And I shot it across the street from my grandma's house, next to my cousin's house. And in that moment, and during that time period where I shot it at, like during that time period, the people who was a part of my old life, they wasn't in my life. They were still not in my life, but it wasn't on good terms. So they knew I was shooting a video. I reached out to them and told them I was shooting a video there. I really wanted them to be a part of the video, but it didn't go like that. But they still ended up coming. So long story short, they ended up coming after the video. And the energy that they came, the type of time they was on demon time. They brought negative energy. So their whole thing was to check me for being right here. So in that moment, it was like, in that moment, I was so calm. And when I look back on it, I realized why I was so calm in that moment, why my spirit was so calm. And because they brought negativity and hostility towards me. And in that moment, all I did was like, you know what? We're going to have a conversation, y'all. I could have gave them that same energy back. That was the bait. That was the gaslight. That was the test. That was the seed. Okay, I know them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's around, everybody that's approaching me has guns. Everybody that's around me don't have no gun. So even though it's more of us, I could have responded and been like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I could have responded like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Forget y'all. You know what I'm saying? Forget y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I want. You know what I'm saying? But in that moment, I had to transmute it. I had to transmute it with love and positivity, regardless if they want to hear it or not, or regardless if they was feeling it or not. I had to do that. And in that moment, just me transmitting that energy and taking the time out to stop everything, to really stop what was trying to happen, and then bring it here, bring it eye to eye with me. If y'all really want to be here with me, y'all gotta, if y'all, I'm not coming down to y'all gotta come up. So we gonna talk here. And in that moment, I was able to speak my truth. They was able to speak their truth. And in that moment though, that was a moment of that was a test for me to see how can I handle hostile situations. If I say that I'm this positive person, if I say that I'm this peaceful person, if I say that I'm this and not that, okay, now I'm gonna surround you around demons. I'm gonna surround you around heathens. I'm gonna surround you around people who don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? So in that moment, I really had to be calm, and I had to be like focused and concentrated on what was going on in the moment, and just stay focused on what it was that I was getting out from my heart. And in that moment, I really feel in that moment, it showed a lot of my bravery, my courage, my boldness, and it also just showed my love. And it just showed a lot of different things. But that's just one instance, just be positive.
Truth and love.
Yeah, and being positive, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what people say, you know what I'm saying? And be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And that's all I got to say.
That's real. 555. Type in the comments. 555. Type in the comments. I'll be a first-hand speaker to say this. I've witnessed him do this like no other. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. We literally call him the healer. You know what I'm saying? He really, like, it's like a science to it. Like, it ain't even just talking. You know what I'm saying? So really take heed to that. Take heed to that for sure. At least the people who really takes the time to do that on their individual and learn that, you gotta respect them people, because it ain't just coming from just out the blue. Like, this is something they done tested, done used, been doing for a long time. So
real alchemist stuff.
Exactly. Off of that same respect. Shouts out to the book, The Alchemist. We spoke on that the last show.
Life-changing book.
Life-changing. For sure. So get that same respect. We are approaching the end of the show though, y'all. So I do want to speak on what do we got coming up. Like, what's coming up?
Freestyle Friday this
Friday.
Oh yeah, hey. Freestyle Friday originally is at 912 Studios, but we got something new. Me and the team is gonna be cooking up and pulling up, y'all. We are gonna be pulling up to the neighborhoods, y'all. We getting into the community. So if you know of any neighborhoods in the Savannah area that got some hard rappers, I'm talking about spitters, that just need to be seen, need to get that platform, need to throw that energy, please, you can either email that neighborhood to us, DM us on social media, or you can drop it in the comment box. Freestyle Friday, we taking it outside, y'all. So please make sure you tap in this Friday. Live.
Okay, that's authentic, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Yeah,
it's gonna be so real. It's
gonna be so alive. I feel like it's gonna bring that real raw feel that. Hey, shouts out to Stu String too. We definitely gonna tap in with you, bro. I love how you've been attentive.
He emailed you the song.
Yeah, the song. Okay, say less. Yeah, we on. All right, y'all. We on that last minute. The last event. Well, not even the last event, but the next event that we got coming up.
Spirit Bomb. Hip.
No cap.
It's up. You showcasing great talent. You showcasing organic, authentic talent. And this is just something big that's gonna be life-changing for everybody involved, everybody in part, everybody that attends. We all wish that you all come and kick it with us. Come parlay, come party, come have fun, come be free. Please, come be free.
April the 9th is gonna be up. We have approached the end of the show, so please make sure that you stay tuned in with every one of us. I go by the name 2 Benji. That's number 2 BENJII.
Give me love, L with the 1, love with 3 E's.
And I am Celine the Dream, SALEEM,
and you got
Driving It.
You got DJ Rose,
Richard Rose in the back.
And then you got Mr. Julius Hall.
Mr. Julius Hall. Please make sure y'all follow us streaming live on Our Black Media Live. Please make sure you're tuning in on Soul Tribe. We hope everybody having a love and amazing day. This is Soul Tribe.
like this. I like this.